Hello, this is a Steinway Model B, 210 centimeters long, made in 1975, and we sold the piano in 2015, having just restored it, and the client's moving abroad, so we got it back into stock. That's one of the fortunate things about the piano trade, that we do tend to get things back in from time to time, so that's encouraging. Really appreciate this piano a lot, so very pleased to get it back in, and it's in perfect condition. I don't know if it's necessary to show you too much on here, because we've done this many times with other similarly restored pianos, but it's obviously done as well as we possibly can. The piano's been restored in every detail. You can see the new tuning pins, larger than the originals, and the bass strings, let's have a look at those. So they were well finished off with a good string line, and very pleasing tone indeed. So that's what we're obviously aiming for, is a good tone. We'll listen to it in a second, compare it with some other pianos. So just looking at the whole piano, really see that the restoration, the colour's correct, and so on and so forth. So trying to do is obviously as good restoration as possible. The case where it hasn't been damaged at all, I think we could say it's immaculate, or nearly immaculate. So taking a look at the action, it's got replacement top and bottom action here. So you can see both the levers and the hammers, shanks and rollers. Hammer, shanks and rollers are always done, but sometimes the bottom levers are not replaced, and it's just regulated beautifully. Obviously it's only sold in 2015, so it's not long since we've got it back. We just got it back in stock, not long since we originally sold it. So there's a little bit of, you can't really see an indentation on the hammers at all, so it wasn't really used. So just checking it to make sure it's in the same condition, and really should be identical to the piano that was sold. No reason why a few years makes any difference. Just checking the springs, they're working beautifully. So obviously do fine adjustments if there are any to be done. The action parts are all genuine Steinway. You can see the colour of the felt under there indicates Steinway hammers, and they, as I mentioned before, there's not really been used very much since they put on, so it's like having new Steinway hammers on it. This is the typical Steinway damper system. As we press the pedal down, then all of the dampers go up at once. Individual keys pull individual dampers up, and that stops makes it sound, and then when the key goes down, the damper comes back down again, stops the sound. And this is the sostenuto tab here. Once the sostenuto pedal is pressed down, that's this middle pedal here, presses up the sostenuto mechanism, and as individual notes are played, they're kept up until the pedal comes down again, and then the note will go down. And that's what the pedal does here, pushes the sostenuto bar up there, which holds any notes that are being played, basically are held up by that, and then as the pedal's released, they all come back down again. Just checking the dampers, because sometimes when the piano's just been restored, the guide rail for the dampers, the felt is a bit tight. I don't know if you can see the felt there. Sorry if I can't show you that. There's a piece of felt there. Let's look from underneath. So that felt there can be a bit tight, and as the damper goes up and down, it just binds slightly when a piano's been fully restored. That's quite common, really. So you just have to open up the hole very slightly so that the damper rod is free. So as I press my foot on the middle pedal, after having played the note, there it holds the damper up, so all the other dampers go down, and that note is held on until I release the middle pedal. But here's the worksheet, and we mentioned everything on here, I think. Key dip 10.7 touches exquisite, really, and the pitches were 441. I've pitch raised it to that. It was slightly flat, so generally totally good report. Pedals quite low, quite a lot of leg room, so 61 will be normal. Pedals 5, 7 on some modern pianos, so that's encouraging too. And there we brought the piano back in as the client's moving abroad. All Steinway parts used, and we just need to fine voice and fine tune now. So looking at the key weighting, a little bit heavier than we'd like. Perhaps we'd reduce that to 59, 58, 55. So it's slightly varied, and that's something we would want to get more even, really. There was a slightly sticky note there that I've already sorted. So I think that's everything. Let's listen to the tone and compare it with some other pianos. This is a fully restored Bechstein 1895. And the new Fouric 179. So that's the Steinway Model B, very favourite size for a Steinway. Very well designed Model Bs are. In fact, one of the most popular for domestic use. And I can't really fault the piano at all. Just a few minor things that we needed to do, as it's been sold 2005 and just come back in. Very warm sounding. If you're interested in purchasing the piano, then please do email us info@robertspianos.com. We don't get nearly as many of these as we'd like to get. It's a lot of work restoring them as well. And it's like a new piano really, with a tone of an older piano, and I think the tone really was, in 1975, was quite superb. Thank you very much for listening.